Hey everybody, it's Justin, your guide into the other side. Today I want to talk about Mutant Hounds, right? Because, this is one of the other partnerships that Yuga has with partner projects. Not necessarily Yuga built, but they're partner projects that are contributing greatly to the lore and the Yuga canon, for the Yugaverse, right? So, here we have their aesthetic take on the basically the game at large, Legends of the Morrow. We can see World of Women, Mutant Hounds itself, Board Ape Yacht Club, or maybe the Mutants, Codas, and all the other projects as well. Forgotten Ruins here, not included. And, it looks pretty sick in my opinion. It looks really cool. So, I wanted to cover this mainly because it's actually probably the easiest way to get a battle alliance and, play the game with at least an advantage, right? And I also want to talk about other benefits that may be conferred to those holders of Mutant Hounds, and a couple other pieces of news that may be of interest to you. So let's actually jump right over to Legends of the Morrow blog. So, I'm always going to reference this. This is the friends page where we know everything about, thus far about Yuga PFP collections, third-party PFP collections. This is how we're going to get enforcements in Legends of the Morrow, right? So if you actually have one, you can vanquish the Shattered and gather your treasures much more efficiently, right? Because you can equip it to a low-tier environment with limited hunter slots. You can choose your battle alliances wisely. So again, I'm covering Mutant Hounds because it is the most affordable, easy one to get into, right? So we'll cover all those things soon here. But each other deed will have a limited number of ally NFT slots, just like the undisclosed amount of enchanter slots, and we'll get more information as time goes along. But let's just take a look at the news that we have right now. So I went and I looked over at the Mutant Hounds, Twitter space, not net Twitter space, but the Twitter. And I did find that on June 27th, so about a month ago, month or so ago, all of the projects are getting ready for 3D Otherside. It just makes sense that they have the ODK early, they have everything ready, and all their universes are going to be interoperable. It just makes the most sense. And it's going to be awesome to have, in-game assets that can just natively go to different universes. Maybe that's Forgotten Runeverse, maybe that's, Meebits universes, maybe that's, Otherside itself, or Legends of the Morrow. And I think Mutant Hounds is also going to release their 3D universe, their game universe as well. But there's a lot of stuff going on the back end. But seeing this type of development over time is really exciting. It's really good. And I don't necessarily know, there's so much stuff to cover, so I don't know everything. So, I'm just kind of going along the journey with you. So, by all means, enjoy the ride. So, I also want to bring to your attention Serum City is actually the game created by Faraway and Novel Labs, the team behind Mutant Cartel and Mutant Hounds, right? So, in their partnership, I went and I looked at Novel Labs. I found this tweet by Faraway Games. They're a game studio. They're a publisher developing interoperable player-driven universes already. So they already have experience with Mini Nations, a couple other games. So rest assured, we can have some sort of experience behind the belt when this game comes down to when it starts, right? And there's also a lot of lore that you can see from Mutant Hounds that are posted by Mutant Hounds, Mutant Cartel. Definitely feel free to take a look. But I actually want to take a look at the Decrypt article that I have open here, right? So again, we're seeing this game, Serum City. It's Apecoin powered, right? So we're seeing a lot of these games, have put Apecoin center stage at the center of the economy. In-game actions. Even for mints like in Rec League. Upcoming August 17th mint. So it's definitely going to add some utility to previously not so much Apecoin, right? Apecoin's just kind of been dumping. I know my past, market recap. It's just been bleeding out just because, the market's just kind of dying. Maybe not so soon anymore because, there's some utility, especially with these metaverse games coming down. So, Novel Labs and Faraway are developing an independent city building game. So again, that's the genre that they're kind of targeting, and it gives new life to Yuga Labs Mutant Ape Yacht Club NFTs, right? So Bases, have Otherside, Mutant Apes, are going to have probably Serum City. So it's definitely interesting to take a look here. So if we kind of go through this, I don't necessarily know which portions I kind of want to read and kind of want to skip over, but here we can kind of see a brief picture preview of the game, and definitely looks like a city builder game. That's definitely a city builder game. Kind of reminds me of those mobile games I used to play on my phone. But it's definitely interesting to see the game game mechanics here as well. We can see mutant apes, we can see black seed here. We can see there's a daily reward, there's a diary, air cargo, secret ports, ape something. I can't read that, but yeah, I mean, it seems like we just have the basics of a city building game. Not much about the mechanics are disclosed, but we can kind of glean, hey, it's going to have gems, that premium currency probably. It has, like, I guess, skull gold or something, gold, and then there's also Apecoin as well, so I guess the uber premium currency. So maybe we'll see what, each of these resources or, UI, coins are going to be used for, but, we'll see over time. And I just kind of want to scroll down and take a look at Serum City. So mutant apes are the main characters. MAYC is among the few NFT collections that provide owners access to the game. I'm speculating that Mutant Hounds will also have a role to play as well. Maybe you can play them with mutant apes, but I mean, it's all about the mutated the mutated animals. So I mean, it makes sense that they would too. So I mean, Bored Apes holders will as well, along with Novel Labs' own Genesis Oath and Mutant Hounds NFT collections that aren't official. Okay, so all of them essentially, Bored Apes, Mutant Hounds, and maybe even Codas. We'll see about the interoperability of like the each universe is like champion or I guess avatar, right? Because Serum City Mutant Apes are obviously the avatar of that avatar collection. Otherside Codas are that avatar collection. In Forgotten Runeverse, the wizards are the the champions or the avatar. What's going to travel over to the other side, and just be able to do things in the other universes. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of these metaverses interact and their partnerships that develop over time, and what benefits are conferred to you when you decide to go into different universes with your character. So again, owning one of these NFTs is required to play the game at launch, but it seems like the city will eventually open up access across each new in-game season of content. Okay, interesting. So I'm just going to keep scrolling down here. I'm not necessarily going to cover everything because I just kind of want to look at the game as a whole. But let me look. Let's scroll down. So we have another piece here, a screenshot from Serum City. We actually have, like, I guess a hound yard. So pick items to auto-produce. It seems like we also have, like, I guess you can use hounds to do specific things inside of the game, maybe to upgrade buildings, maybe to I have no idea. I don't know. I don't necessarily play city games all too much, so I wouldn't be able to speculate like what you would have to do with your hounds, but it seems like they do have a particular use case in the game to do stuff. But I mean, we have a mutant hound here. It seems like there's timers as well, so that kind of makes sense. It reminds me of kind of like Clash of Clans, with upgrading structures or deploying things, etc., etc. But that's interesting as well. And I mean, let's keep scrolling down, and then I think we have like this seems more like a blueprint screenshot where you can kind of build your town. Figure out where your layout is. I'm not sure how necessarily this is going to work overall, but it's I guess we can kind of see more of the UI. I mean, oh yeah, I can see Ape Railway. So there's a port, there's a railway, there's cargo. So maybe some sort of resource management as well. Again, it's a city building game, so probably. So I mean, if this is something, if a city building game is something that appeals to you, I mean, by all means, I think having a mutant hound or a mutant ape at least gives you access to this type of gameplay. So again, I think that's the end of the article. So I mean, yeah, I mean, if we take a look at how much it costs, I mean, it's of all the allies, I mean, there are a couple of them here. Meebits, Cryptodes, World of Women, Forgotten Runes, Renga, and Mutant Hounds. And I've organized this by floor price, so Meebits are about 1.1 ETH. So if that's not inside of your budget, then don't go for that. But it seems like Mutant Hounds are the easiest accessible to get a battle alliance along with having an ins to Serum City. And I mean, feel free to take a look at the Twitter to see what other I guess the see what other kinds of lore and other types of I guess media there are. So I mean, it's pretty down there. I can't say necessarily what that will do over the next month or so, but I mean, it's the easiest way to get in. You can get a battle alliance pretty quickly there. I personally have opted for Forgotten Ruins Wizard Cult because I do see a universe being built there as well. But that's all I got for you today. Definitely like and subscribe if you found anything in this video insightful or interesting. But otherwise, you can find me in the official Discords. I'm always there if you need me. But otherwise, I'm signing off for tonight. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.